So we will start the topic. We have a new person today. Shika Mishra ji. Hare Krishna. Okay. So today we will be learning about three types of transcendentalist, right? So
Yeah.
what comes to your mind when you think about this topic?
I don't understand exactly the meaning of this. Maybe the spiritual being or what this exactly mean. I don't know.
Okay, okay, no problem. So when we talk about transcendentalist, it's basically someone who is trying to learn about Bhagwan. What are their what is the connection with God basically, right?
Mhm.
So whatever you do in life, how much you are giving to Bhagwan. So if we can switch on the videos, I'll just narrate that message for you also.
Mhm.
Okay, so when we say transcendentalists, we will be covering what are the three types of transcendentalists. Like, so different people have a different perception in themselves about Bhagwan. Like, who is Bhagwan? What, where we find Bhagwan? Is Bhagwan is everywhere? And there are a lot of questions. क्या भगवान हर जगह है? We find Bhagwan every place. Is Bhagwan residing in my own mind, in my own heart? Is Bhagwan is there in mandir? And a lot of queries. Bhagwan सब जगह है. A lot of people say this also. And some says Bhagwan is an energy. Different people, different way of accepting Bhagwan. Some to says Bhagwan does not exist. वो लोग भी हैं. So that's a separate thing. They don't believe. But some believe Bhagwan, but in the different form. Some says Sakar Roop, Nirakar Roop. Some say no, Bhagwan is of no form. So what is the actual understanding of Bhagwan? Transcendentalist is basically all linked with the Bhagwan, right? So today we will learn about it. So before I start, and also after death, lot of us says हम भगवान में विलीन हो जाते हैं. When somebody passes away, people say कि ये तो भगवान में विलीन हो गए, भगवान के पास चले गए. But are we actually getting merged in Bhagwan, or there is something beyond that also? So based on that, we have three types of people, three types of transcendentalists. So first we'll check what is written with Srimad Bhagavatam, like how many types people are and what they all are called. I'll just share. Okay, so it's visible.
Yeah.
So this is as per Srimad Bhagavatam. So how do we read this? This is first canto, second chapter, 11th verse. So Bhagwan has shared the three types. Vadanti tat tattva vidas tattvam vas jnanam adyam brahmeti pramatmeti bhagvaniti sabdhate. So these are the three words. What it has been mentioned here. None transcendentalists who know the absolute truth call this non-dual substance Brahman, Paramatma, or Bhagavan. So, what three types are? Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagwan. So there are three types of or three ways to know about Bhagwan. So we will learn about these three types of transcendentalist. Now, when we talk about first one, that is Brahman. So have you heard about this word before? So
It's
absolute truth.
Brahman or it's a Brahman or what is
It's
this
it's
exactly?
not Brahman, it's Brahman.
Okay.
तो इट्स लाइक कि हम भ्रम में विश्वास करते हैं,
Oh, okay.
है ना?
Brahman.
भ्रम,
Hmm.
भ्रम. सो दैट इज व्हाट ब्रह्मन इज. इफ यू सी ब्रह्मन इति, known as Brahman. So what is
Okay.
Brahman? So absolute truth is both subject and object, and there is no qualitative difference there. Therefore, Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagwan are qualitatively one and the same. But what where they differ is the quantity wise they differ. So let's understand this. Now we say Brahman. So when they talk about Brahman, it is basically the light of God. One is a light, there is a source and there is a light. So let's say in morning we are having light. What is the
Hmm.
source of that light? Sun.
Sun.
And as we move in our day, let's say the evening is there, and then we have a light in our room. What is the source of the light? Electricity.
Electricity.
Yes,
Hmm.
electricity. Now, for the people who believe in Brahman, they believe Bhagwan is a form of light. But there has to be source also. But they say it is a light. Now, Bhagwan ka prakash. ठीक है, because of light, anything which is there in the universe has some source. There is nothing we can say that अपने आप हो गया. If you remember that Albert Einstein story also, where his friend used to say, अपने आप ही होता है, अपने आप ही संसार है, अपने आप ही सब कुछ है. So he was being taught by his friend Albert Einstein that nothing happens of his own. There has to be reason, right? That the model story was there. Now, Atma never born, right? Atma is always there. So who is taking care of it? Now people will say it's a prakash, it's a Bhagwan ka prakash, yeah, it's a prakash. But prakash has to be linked with some source also. But nahi, people will not believe it because they say मैं ही प्रकाश हूँ. आई एम एवरीथिंग, मैं ही भगवान हूँ. देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पीपल हु बिलीव मैं ही भगवान हूँ, मेरे अंदर ही भगवान है. If you are a Bhagwan, you are not Bhagwan, you are part of it. Like you're a mother and you're a father and you have a child. Your child can never be if called like Archana. Archana is coming. Shivanshika is coming. Right? Because parents will remain parents always. Child is a part of you, is not you. Similarly, we are part of Bhagwan, we cannot be Bhagwan. So people जो ब्रह्मन फॉलो करते हैं, ब्रह्म उपासक, दे जनरली follow two paths, Gyan and Tapasya. So they have lot of Gyan. It's not like that they do not know anything. They learn lot of Vedas and then they do lot of Tapasya. Now the people who are following Brahman Upasak, knowledge is good, right? We should have knowledge. But when we do Tapasya, the people in this category generally sacrifice lot of things. They believe in नेति. नेति is नहीं करना है, मतलब गृहस्थ नहीं चाहिए, बच्चे नहीं चाहिए, ये नहीं चाहिए, वो नहीं चाहिए. Lot of sacrifices. Just like we have to qualify some examination, we sacrifice a lot. Study itself is a tapasya, right? मूवी नहीं देखेंगे, टीवी नहीं देखेंगे, खेलने नहीं जाएंगे, नो सोशल सर्कल. you sacrifice a lot of things. Similarly, Brahma Upasak also sacrifice lot of things. They try to control their senses. This is also one of the way to reach moksha, right? There is nothing like this is right or this is wrong, but we have to understand that where is the disadvantage of what we are following and what is the advantage of what we are following. Now, when you talk about Brahma Upasak, they say हम भगवान में विलीन हो जाते हैं. Now let's look at example. We will look this example in a two way. We have river. River goes to big oceans, right? They merge in a big oceans. Now, river and ocean, will they merge or not? River and ocean, will they merge or not?
Yes.
Yes, correct. They merge. Now let's understand another way of this example. This is a perfect example. There is a river, there is an ocean. River is coming from this way, big ocean, they are merged. We cannot distinguish. Now the river is coming, ocean is there, and this river is having a lot of fishes. What will happen to fishes? Will they merge?
No.
No. They have their identity and they will remain in ocean as well as they were in river. So first example was also not incorrect, but second one is also correct. Which we need to understand that we as a living entity is not going to merge in Bhagwan. Even when we go to, we might get a moksha. Even when we go to the spiritual level, we will not be merged as a Bhagwan. We will be there as a different identity. Definitely, identity of a Bhagwan, but a different one. And then these people whose souls have been gone for this moksha, they slowly start feeling the downfall. Downfall means they will not remain in moksha and they might come back because they have controlled their senses. Example, Bharat Maharaj. We completed this story, right? Shivanshika ji was not there. I hope you have seen the video. So Bharat Maharaj has crossed all the 8 stages of bhakti. But at the end, what happened? He fell in love with that baby deer and he was not able to get moksha. So he was at a verge of getting moksha. And then he thought कि मैं तो तपस्या करने जा रहा हूँ अभी मेरे को मोक्ष करना है. But that sense, that sense of love just woke up and he was with that deer. And because of that, he has to take 2 more births. One as a deer and another as a Jad Bharat. So that's the thing we need to understand. And this is also correct. Brahman is correct. But what are the advantages and disadvantages? Yes, प्रकाश. आप अपने आप को प्रकाश बोलते हो, भगवान को प्रकाश बोलते हो, that is correct. But some source has to be there. If I'll switch off my light, there would not be any electricity. If I switch on my light and sun is outside, there is a light because of sun. So source has to be there. Or this source is not different. भगवान और भगवान का प्रकाश. But Bhagwan has to be there. Now, what comes is the second option. We will just see one more shloka, what Bhagwan is explaining in it. Just a minute. Share it. Is this clear?
Yes.
So in Bhagavad Gita, in second chapter, verse number 20. So what Bhagavan is saying? For the soul there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has come into the being, does not come into the being, and will not come into the being. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain. So, this is what is Atma. When we die, the Atma is leaving that body. And if we are moving towards moksha, it will go to the spiritual world and do the activities for Bhagwan. Right? Whereas for the people who say कि हम भगवान में मर्ज हो जाते हैं, they are not doing any activities. And that is why हिंदी में it is called as a पतन हो जाता है. That is why there is the downfall of that soul. And probability that that soul might come back and take birth. Now, the next one, which is like Paramatma. है ना? Now, what is Paramatma? The first type of transcendentalist we studied is Brahman. In shloka also, it is written as Brahmeti. Just so that that word comes to your mind, I am focusing on these words because understanding तो कई बार आ जाती है, word भूल जाते हैं हम. So Brahmeti we have covered, and now we will cover Paramatmeti. है ना? Paramatmeti जो कि परमात्मा का वर्ड फॉलो करते हैं. So Paramatma and Bhagwan are same, but there is some line of understanding between these two words also. Now let's see what is Paramatmeti. They are the people who says भगवान हमारे दिल में रहते हैं. They believe that भगवान exist. पहले वाले तो बोलते थे it is all about प्रकाश. There are such followers you will find. If you have people, if you meet people or read books, there are people who say that भगवान एक प्रकाश है, या उसको एनर्जी बोल देते हैं, या प्रकाश बोल देते हैं. नाउ परमात्मा, परमात्मेति, they say that भगवान exist in our heart. Now there are forms of Bhagwan Vishnu, Garbhodakshai. If you ever heard this word during these sessions also. So we have a form called as Garbhodakshai, and from Garbhodakshai there is another form called as Sherodakshai. And this Sherodakshai Vishnu, where it stays, where Bhagwan stays? In our heart. Okay. So this is a form of Vishnu which stays in our heart. And what is the form of this Bhagwan? Chaturbhuja. So they are four-armed form. Now the question comes here is कि सबके हार्ट में भगवान है, तो भगवान क्या बोलते हैं? मैं भी सबके हार्ट में हूं, मैं भी. Now what is this भी? हमें तो लगता है कि हम ही हैं और हमारे मन में भगवान है, पर भगवान क्या बोल रहे हैं कि मैं भी. लेट्स लुक एट दी श्लोका. वे भगवान इज सेइंग कि मैं भी. तो भी कौन? भी तो तब बोलते हैं ना इफ वी हैव समबडी एल्स. सो लेट्स से आई एम सिटिंग इन दिस रूम एंड आई विल से आई एम सिट. सो राइट नाउ आई एम सिटिंग इन दिस रूम एंड आई विल से आई एम सिटिंग इन दिस रूम. बट लेट्स से अर्चना जी या शिवांशिका जी, somebody is in your room and you'll say I am also sitting in this room. Means you have somebody else also in your room. So who is somebody else Bhagwan is talking about here? Any guesses?
Atma.
Atma, correct. So we have Atma and we have Paramatma. भगवान has beautifully explained कि मैं भी रहता हूं. भगवान खुद से भी नहीं बोल रहे कि मैं ही हूं. बट वी से कि हम भगवान हैं. So that's what the knowledge is. That's what the point we need to understand. So where Bhagavan has said these things, this is in Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, 15th slok. What Bhagavan is saying, I am seated in everyone's heart, and from me comes remembrance, knowledge, forgetfulness. By all the Vedas, I am to be known. Indeed, I am compliant of Vedanta, and I am known for Vedas. So what it means, Bhagavan is saying that I am seated in everyone's heart. From me comes remembrance. So if something bad happens in our life, we overcome it. Whatever we are gaining is because of Bhagavan. Forgetfulness. We fight with people and then we try to forget it. So from where these things are coming? This is because Bhagavan is in our heart and He is guiding us. Otherwise, what will happen? If somebody is losing some loved one in the family, they will never come out of it. Now, there are different degrees to come out of it. Some people get normal in a week's time, some get normal in a month's time, a year time. But ultimately, what happens? We come back to our normal life. Agree or not? Whatever happens with you, it has to go away in your memories. For forgetfulness. Otherwise, what will happen? You will stick to that point. Some people who are not able to move on in their life, they face problem. Of course, that is also as per Bhagwan's wish, but the point is Bhagwan has also given us free will. Now, a lot of people will say, if Bhagwan is doing these things, why this is happening to this person? Why this person is not able to overcome the death of a loved one? Because there is a free will. What is free will? The karmas you are doing. It's just like you have a rule book, right? But some people follow that book, some do not. Whenever we go to school, we have a rule books. We go to offices, we have a rule books. Disciplines, what you can say. You have to come to the school wearing this thing. You have to come to the school at this time. You have to bring tiffin. The bag should be like this. Now, probably, if we three are in the same school, you two are following it and I am not following it. What will happen? I will be punished, but you will not be punished. So that was my free will. I am aware that I have to reach office by 8 a.m. in the morning, but I am reaching 8:15 or 8:05. Will I be punished or not? I will.
Yes.
Similarly, after taking birth in this universe, in this material world, I am using my free will, and Bhagwan is just looking at my actions and giving the results. He is not giving because he wants it. He is not forcing anything on you. Even to Arjun, Bhagwan has not forced anything. Bhagwan has explained, if you don't fight, this will happen. If you fight, this will happen. So भगवान परमात्मा की भी जब हम बात कर रहे हैं तो भगवान क्या बोल रहे हैं कि मैं भी रहता हूं. सो वी हैव आत्मा, वी हैव परमात्मा. सो अगेन वी आर नॉट वन. That's the understanding that we are not one. It's basically there are two people. Let's say there are two sparrows or two crows. One is doing the activity and another is watching. But they both are what? They both are sparrows only. But are they same? No, they are not same. Similarly, Bhagwan resides in our heart and is looking at our activity. जो जो मैंने बताया है, are they working like it? So, and he doesn't control us. So the second category is प्रमातेति, जो भगवान के रूप को वर्शिप करते हैं. भगवान पे ध्यान लगाते हैं, and they are also called as yogi. So some form has come. So first was no form, now the form has come. Now Bhagwan eti, the third form, the third type of transcendentalist, who worship Bhagwan in some form, sakar roop, which is the best form to worship. What they do, they are not controlling their senses because they believe that Bhagwan is in some form. What activities they are doing then? It's complete seva, complete bhakti, right? It's a complete love and devotion towards Bhagwan. You are not controlling anything, but just giving everything to God. Which is like maybe you are attending this session, and for a bhakt who believes in Bhagwan Eti, कि भगवान की एक form है, they will devote this session also to Bhagwan. How we will devote that? With your mercy, I am going to learn your words. So complete surrender would can we say. So we might be in a beginner stage, but we start following these things. And it's like Bhagwan, in this form, Bhagwan is being given as a body. है ना? We see Krishna ji when we see deity. We find them like us. They have eyes, they have a teeth. Whatever we see in that deity, we have a nose. We definitely start feeling that he's one of us. And in our scriptures, in our stories, we learn that there is appearance of Bhagwan, Krishna in the form of Krishna, in the form of Ram. But the body they have is entirely different from us. If you have to offer bhog to Bhagwan, it's not necessary they will eat from mouth. Even if he's giving a glance to that food, that is your offering. They are not similar to us. We have a mouth, we eat through mouth, we see. So from any part of the body, they can do any activity. हमको खाना खाना है तो हम मुंह से ही खा सकते हैं, है ना? We have been taught since childhood, but Bhagwan is not like that. Complete transcendental form. And a devotee is offering that thing to Bhagwan. Complete surrender. Now, what happened when you are not complete surrendering and you are just controlling the senses? One was Bharat Maharaj, another is Vishwamitra ji. विश्वामित्र जी को क्या हुआ था? कौन आया था उनकी लाइफ में? दैट अप्सरा, मेनका.
मेनका.
मेनका, राइट, मेनका. He left everything. He was what? He was not a rishi, है ना? Before he became Vishwamitra, he was what? He was a king. He was a kshatriya. So there's a long story, if you have gone through it or not, but ठीक है, अभी नहीं complete करते. It's a long story. So he was not a rishi. He was a kshatriya. He turned to rishi, wanted to become like a Brahma Rishi Vishisht. But in his journey, as he controlled everything in his journey, he met Shakuntala and he married her also. It was a part of trap by Indra, but he got involved in it. तो इतना बड़ा राजा जिसने इतने युद्ध जीते, अपना बीवी बच्चे सब छोड़े कि मेरे को तपस्या करनी है, आई वांट टू बिकम दिस, he also fell in that trap because of the controlled senses. ऐसा नहीं है they do not have knowledge and they do not have love for Bhagwan, but the form they were worshipping was different and they trap. But when you are in the form, when you are taking Bhagwan in that form, you just give everything to Bhagwan. You are not worrying कि मेरे को ये नहीं करना है, वो नहीं करना है. Then Bhagwan will guide us. That is why the focus on chanting, Bhagwan Naam, Hari Naam, है ना? Very common word we heard. But that's what we have to increase our devotion. We have to offer everything to Bhagwan. That's a complete love. And that's the love who will bring us to moksha without any downfall. Because when we reach moksha at this level, we are engaged in the activities of Bhagwan in spiritual world also. It's not like that we are sitting. It's not like that we are merging with Bhagwan. There also we are doing activities for Bhagwan. We are engaged. So when we are not engaged in anything, what happens in our life in the material world? Let's say you have everything in life, you are now retired. People get bored out of it. Children are not sitting with them. Children are also working somewhere. What will you do in your life? Then what people start doing, they start engaging themselves in some social activities, some NGO. Sometimes they feel like let's have a pet at a home. है ना, लोग बोलते टाइम नहीं पास होता है because they are not engaged. When you are not engaged, just a small example, when we used to have our exams, we were very engaged in our studies. Exams are over, final exams are over. One day we are happy, two day we are happy, then we start saying to our parents, अरे बोर हो रहे हैं, लेट्स गो समवेयर. तो हम वो छुट्टियां भी ज्यादा नहीं बर्दाश्त कर पाते थे. बट टिल द टाइम वी आर एंगेज, हमको लगता था अरे नहीं अभी एग्जाम हो जाएंगे, सब सही हो जाएगा, छुट्टियां होंगी, विल प्ले, विल गो, दिस बट इवन इन थर्ड और सेकंड और फोर्थ डे वी स्टार्ट ईटिंग आवर पेरेंट्स ब्रेन की नहीं अरे बोर हो गए, कुछ पढ़ने को ही नहीं है, बिकॉज एंगेजमेंट इज नॉट देयर. एंड वी वांटेड टू गो आउट. इवन इफ यू आर लुकिंग एट अ टीवी, कितना टीवी देख लोगे, कितना वीडियो गेम देख लोगे, कितने दोस्तों को मिल लोगे, बट सम ऑब्जेक्टिव हैज टू बी देयर. So when we are in the form where we are knowing about Bhagwan as a Bhagwan, not as a Brahman or not as a Paramatma, but as a Bhagwan, we love him. We engage in the activities, and if we get moksha, even in the spiritual world, we are working for Bhagwan. Right? So these are the forms. And example, Vishwamitra. It's a high level person, high level knowledge, and they all have a knowledge. It's just the intent behind. It's not like कि ब्राह्मण वालों को knowledge नहीं है. They also read Vedas. And we have books also, right? We have scriptures according to our nature. सतोगुण, रजोगुण, तमोगुण. तो तमोगुण वाला भी पढ़ तो कुछ रहा है, but the knowledge is not leading towards Bhagwan. To seek that mercy, you have to come from tamogun to rajogun to satagun. And then there is something beyond satagun, which is Bhagwan. सतोगुण तक तो हमारी सिर्फ एक जर्नी है, that we are reaching till that point. But Satogun is not the destination. Satogun will help us to go to the destination, which is moksha. Right? So, these are the three types of transcendentalist. And the type which is Bhagwan Eti, they are immersed in Bhagwan in the form of seva. Now, the two things which is like Kirtanam, and Shravanam, very basic one, but very, very powerful, especially in Kali Yuga. बाकी चीजें तो आप नहीं भी कर रहे हो, बात की बात है, बट एटलीस्ट हम लोगों को भगवान का नाम लेना है, एंड वी हैव टू सर्व भगवान इन एनी फॉर्म इन वॉट एवर वी आर डूइंग. बिकॉज भगवान ने क्या बोला कि मैं ही नॉलेज दे रहा हूँ. द फॉरगेटफुलनेस इज ऑल्सो विद मी. Remembrance is also I am providing because I am sitting in the heart. And I am also sitting in the heart. So one is your soul, one is Paramatma. One is Paramatma, which is like similar kind of sparrows. One is eating food, another is just shaking at that sparrow. So we have to increase our devotion in this form. We have to समर्पण everything to भगवान. Whatever we do, जैसे भोज भोग वो भोग लगाते हैं ना, what we do, he this is something I have cooked, I am offering it to you. After that offering, I am having it. Similarly, if I'm doing any activity, I'm going to my office, I am cooking something at my home, I'm doing gardening, I'm going for some shopping. We have to remember him and we have to offer him. For example, shopping, maybe obviously it's not always that some family is going out and buying everything for every person. Sometime it could be for you, it could be your spouse, it could be your children, could be parents. But what we can we buy something for Krishna also? है ना? It could be beads, it could be a dress. And if you have, some people do worship Laddu Gopalji at home, the small Krishna. So, how you connect, you have to think. If I am attending the session, how I am connecting to Krishna? Obviously, we are learning about Krishna. But it's basically, I am offering it to you. With your mercy, I can get more knowledge. Slok number 15.15. So, anything bad happens to us, of course, we will not say it's because of Krishna, but it's like, it's the karma I did and this is what I'm getting. My free will was being used at that point of time. Now, this has been the result. ठीक है, whatever correct I have to do, please guide me for that and keep me going. अभी आप गलत जगह पे पानी रख देते हो, पानी गिर गया, तो अभी वो कृष्णा की गलती नहीं हुई ना, हमारी गलती हुई. फॉर दैट मैटर, वो किसी दूसरे की भी गलती नहीं है. Maybe I am working on a laptop and I just kept that tumbler on my laptop and there is a spillage and all. So I will not say कि अरे ये तो भगवान ने पानी गिरा दिया. वो back of everything is भगवान. बट भगवान has given you बुद्धि, भगवान has given you free will कि अरे भैया पानी का ग्लास है तो थोड़ा साइड पे रखो, लैपटॉप के ऊपर क्यों रख रहे हो? अरे आप बोलोगे कि नहीं, आई विल कीप दिस टम्बलर ऑन द लैपटॉप, लेट्स सी व्हाट विल हैपन. So then that's your foolishness. That's not your free will, that is your free will, but you are not using it accurately. Right? So that's all about today's topic. If you have any query, you can ask. I hope somewhat कुछ clear हुआ.
जी.
Yes.
Anything you want to ask?
Okay, I have a question. You talked about Brahma, Paramatma, but what is Param Brahm? Brahma, Param Brahm is same?
They call it, मतलब the higher level you can say. But Brahman is mostly commonly used.
Okay,
They,
because Param Brahm is Nirakar. There is no shape or nothing. That is the
when we
supreme
say,
power.
exactly, when we say it's energy.
Mhm.
Now, there is one more thing. This Brahman in the Srimad Bhagavatam have been used with the different meanings also. Here, being referred to Prakash. Some may call it like a energy. So different meanings will come, but ultimately they do not believe in any form of Bhagwan. है ना? मैं मेरे में भगवान है, बट भगवान इज सेइंग इन द श्लोका, मैं तुम्हारे अंदर हूं पर मैं भी तुम्हारे अंदर हूं. यू हैव योर सोल एंड आई एम ऑल्सो देयर.
But our soul is not called Paramatma, right? That is just Atma.
Yes, बट देर आर पीपल हु बिलीव दैट कि मैं ही भगवान हूं.
Okay, so we can't talk about what people believe because I can also say, but what is the reality I'm asking? So there is a Brahma, then Paramatma and Param Brahma, or there is just a Brahma and Brahma and Param Brahma is same, and Paramatma is the deity which we are all like doing puja and all.
So the highest form is Bhagwan. So there, when we read, are you taking that daily MMC classes in the morning? Yours.
No.
Okay. So in the beginning, Bhagwan is explained. There is a difference between Paramatma and a Bhagwan also. The highest form is Bhagwan.
Highest form is Bhagwan. Okay, so
Bhagwan.
now I have a confusion because what I know, the highest form is Param Brahm, and Param Brahm is uh, taking birth or like being a god, like whatever form from like Vishnu, Mahesh, or Durga, whatever in form whenever they need. So there is a Param Brahm who is coming in this world or in this universe in the form of the god, which we are, which our deities be like in a, what can I say, in a form of a person or just be following as in our imagination. Okay, so there's a confusion. So according to you, Bhagwan is supreme, Param Brahm is not supreme.
So we can't say in this form. See, the problem is people, when we talk about this, what we are following, there are the theories which believe in Brahman. Okay? They
Mm-hmm.
say Brahman is like there is no form of God.
Okay.
There
Mm-hmm.
is no
That's
form
correct.
of God.
Mm-hmm.
When they say no form of God, what they mean? It's a light, it's an energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bhagwan has also explained it. Bhagwan is not denying that this is not there. But there is some disadvantage of following that form. There is some disadvantages of following that form. When we say I am Bhagwan, for the people who believe in Brahman, they say मैं भगवान हूं. बट मैं भगवान नहीं हूं. आई एम पार्ट ऑफ भगवान. राइट. देन
No, it should for me, what I'm trying to say, for me, there is a both. There is a Param Brahm who is a supreme power, and we know there is a hierarchy I'm talking about. So there is a Param Brahm who is supreme power, then there is a three form of Bhagwan, which is Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, and then there is lots of their avatars who used to come in this universe according to the world's requirement.
so
So
when
is
we
this
talk
the
about,
right theory, or I'm not talking about the Param Brahm and there is no deity. Even for us, our parents are also God according to our Gita, Veda, and teachers are also God. But is this the right form or not? I'm just asking.
Bhagwan is the supreme form. Bhagwan is the supreme form, which is Krishna, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because there, when we are getting moksha, we are going to the spiritual world and we are again working towards Bhagwan. That philosophy doesn't support that I myself is a Bhagwan. Even when I'm leaving this body, I am not becoming Bhagwan. I am
Opposite.
going to his world. I am not becoming Bhagwan. So, this is the philosophy. This is the logic Bhagwan has given to us. Brahman is different, Paramatma is different, and Bhagwan is different. Three forms. Bhagwan is the form where we worship a form of Bhagwan. Deities, they look like us. है ना? They have eyes, they have nose,
So
they have.
Krishna is avatar of Vishnu. Still, Krishna is supreme than Vishnu Bhagwan.
So this is something we cannot quote in this way because there are a lot of misconception of the people and people fight over it, right? So some would say नहीं तुम कृष्णा मानते हो, तुम कृष्णा को बोल रहे हो सुप्रीम है. Some will say नहीं विष्णु सुप्रीम है. There is a deep understanding of it.
No, no. I'm just so Krishna Vishnu के अवतार हैं या नहीं?
That's what I'm saying, that
Mm-hmm.
this is not
वो
a
भी.
black and white kind of thing which we say.
Okay. So this is
Not
also not true, or this is not black and white. I can't say it's not
not
true.
about true because there is a story behind everything. So within a fraction of minutes, we might not be able to cover it, and then there
Mm-hmm.
would be a misunderstanding. है ना? तो Vishnu has avatar, 10 avatars majorly, and overall 24 avatars are there, but 10 avatars are majorly, right? But then there is a Krishna of a Golok Vrindavan. So that is why I don't want to confuse you in this couple of minutes. Because maybe you will discuss with somebody else and somebody will come with the point, नहीं विष्णु के ही अवतार होते हैं, कृष्णा के अवतार नहीं होते हैं. There is a complete understanding which will come over the course of period. So that's why I keep on saying कि आप morning classes लगा पा रहे हो, because there is a detailed description of everything. The point is, do not confuse yourself that who is at higher power. अभी तो ठीक है, you are talking about Krishna and Vishnu. Then the people would come and talk about Shiv ji also, right? तुम कृष्णा को important बोल रहे हो, अरे शिव जी भी तो important है. I think you have missed those sessions. We have covered these things in a very beautiful structured manner. That there is not a fight between Krishna and Shiv. We need to understand what Shivji is doing and what Krishna is doing or what Vishnu is doing. Right? We covered this God versus God. Maybe covered this topic. You can go to the recording what exactly it means. Now Shivji says that I meditate on Ram. You know, when he's narrating stories to Parvati ji, वो बोले मैं तो राम का ही नाम लेता हूँ. But there are people in material world like us who fight कि नहीं शिवजी बड़े हैं.
That is not that Ram. That is, I think, Param Brahmanam. That name is there, but that is not. He's talking about that Ram, which is buried with Sita and son of Dashrath. But I know, but there will be confusion.
There is
I'm
not a
sure.
confusion. It's like we just have to go with the flow. There is no confusion. There is no confusion at all. It's just we have to link. Abhi, I don't know how many sessions you have attended. Archana ji, I think, have attended almost every session. I think she's the only one. So when you connect the dots, ना, it will come into it. It's like आप 12th class में हो, अभी आप एग्जाम के टाइम पे सारी तैयारी कर रहे हो, there would be a lot of confusion. But when you are attending class 12th from the beginning, why I'm saying class 12? Because being in India, I know the Indian education system better because I've been here only. Being in India, वो एक टॉप क्लास रहता है 10th और 12th का जब आपका करियर शिफ्ट होता है ना? But this stands true for every other class. This stands true for 5th also. So when you slowly increase the knowledge, these confusions will not be there. That's the only problem. We want to come to the conclusion, and it's a human nature. We just want to have the summary एकदम जल्दी से, तो थोड़ा सा disconnect आ जाएगा. There is so much of the things. So much means so much. And we have covered very slowly everything because of these things. So I also started with Gita Quest only, right? I was also somebody sitting that side having lot of queries, and which is good actually. एक होता है ना, we keep query just to tell somebody कि यार तुमको नहीं पता है मेरे को आता है. But knowing, coming here and asking is a wonderful thing. Sometimes we are able, I talk about myself, sometimes maybe we are able to address it, sometimes we have to take more time to address it. But asking is a wonderful thing. And when you come with a journey, अभी जैसे आपने वो राम वाला बोला कि वो राम अलग थे, वो अलग थे. So there is a complete story. We have a book for everything. We have details for everything. So keep coming. That will help you. Otherwise, don't overthink over it कि अरे वो राम नहीं थे, वो राम थे. तो वो लोग थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं. Maybe you have a better knowledge than me. That also could be the scenario, right? So when we talk about three types of transcendentalists, Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagwan, which is being described in Bhagavad Gita again and again. Bhagwan is the supreme form, where we love Bhagwan, we devote everything to Bhagwan, and we are not believing that I am some energy. Brahman is a philosophy, which is a correct philosophy, which is written in our scriptures only. They believe we are going to merge in Bhagwan. Example, river, ocean. Yes, river is merging in ocean. But the another way to understand example is there is a river, there are fishes. Are fishes also going to merge in ocean? No. Fishes will have their identity. Similarly, my soul will be a part of Bhagwan's kingdom but will remain as a soul. I might get birth or I might get moksha. And Bhagwan is sitting in my heart, Atma Paramatma. And this Paramatma is guiding me. Does this make sense? और मैंने और confuse कर दिया?
ऐसा कुछ नहीं है एक्चुअली. बहुत सारे स्क्रिप्चर्स जो हैं और बहुत सारे बुक, गीता एंड एवरीथिंग ऑलरेडी बचपन से सुनते आ रही हूँ, तो बहुत सारी चीजें ऑलरेडी हैं
That's
माइंड
good.
में, तो देयर इज नो कंफ्यूजन.
आप जिसको फॉलो करोगे ना, if you are reading, actually if you are reading, so it's a really good thing that you have a clarity कि based on this shastra, Brahman is on a priority, but then you also need to learn what are the advantages and disadvantages, right? And if you're reading something else, there also you can go, then you have a better knowledge to tell कि अरे there is nothing wrong actually. There is nothing wrong, but you should know. अगर आप किसी की भी बात कर रहे हो ना, what are the basic behind it. जैसे आप स्कूल में पढ़ते हो, हर किसी का अपना अपना तरीका होता है पढ़ाने का, राइट? समटाइम्स सम मेथड्स आर मे बी इंटायरली रॉन्ग, है ना? अब कोई 2+2 को 5 बोल रहा है इन नॉर्मल क्लासेस. मैं कोई बहुत साइंस की बात नहीं कर रही हूँ, बहुत बड़े लेवल की बात नहीं कर रही हूँ. स्कूलिंग की बात करते हैं तो 2+2 4 ही होता है. हाँ, आप कुछ एडवांस स्टडी में चल जाओगे, वो आपको कोई लॉजिक देगा, दैट्स अ सेपरेट थिंग. बट इफ somebody इज टेलिंग यू 2+2 को देखने के लिए इधर 2 लगाओ एप्पल, इधर 2 लगाओ एप्पल, वो भी ठीक है तरीका समझने का. बट कोई कह रहा है कि 1+1+1+1 करो, वो भी तरीका है समझने का. बट अभी कोई तीसरा बंदा आगे मेरे जैसे पढ़ा रहा है, बोला कि नहीं, इधर 2 आ गया, फिर ये प्लस किया, ये 2 आ गया, ये देखो ये तो 5 हो गए, तो आई एम इंटायरली रॉन्ग इन दैट वे. बट फॉर द टू पीपल, हो सकता है शिवांशिका जी ने ये मेथड बताया, अर्चना जी ने ये बताया, बोथ आर करेक्ट. एंड दैट थर्ड पर्सन कैन से कि नहीं, ये बोथ करेक्ट हैं, ये इसके अकॉर्डिंग है, ये इसके अकॉर्डिंग है, बट जो इन्होंने बताया है, दिस इज अ लॉन्गर मेथड, व्हाई नॉट टू चूज अ शॉर्टर मेथड, राइट? तो जस्ट अ मैटर ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग. एंड व्हेन यू कंटिन्यू द क्लासेस, बिकॉज ये काफी बेसिक क्लास है, but when you continue the classes, there are the theories covered by philosophies covered by acharyas, और वो सब बहुत अच्छे से कवर होती हैं हमारे सिलेबस में, where all these confusions are captured very nicely. because अभी मैं बताऊंगी कुछ कुछ तो वो confusing और हो जाएगा. so let's continue the journey slow and steadily. That will help you a lot. Anything else? Or even if it is not clear, we can discuss in tomorrow's session also. If you have any queries, you can directly send it to me, or you can send to coordinator, whatever feels you. So we can connect with those queries tomorrow also. It is not like कि आज clear नहीं हुआ है तो आप पूछोगे ही नहीं. You can ask again. That would not be any
Thank
kind of issue, right? Anything, Archana ji? Were
No,
you able to check
good
all the
for today.
recordings? Shivanshika ji? Sorry, Archana ji.
Sorry.
Were you able to check all the recordings or not?
No, not yet, but I will check.
That will help actually.
Mm.
Yeah, coming back to Archana ji. Yeah, Archana ji.
Yeah, no question from me. I'm good.
Okay, so let's wrap up the session.
Yeah.
And we'll meet tomorrow. Hare Krishna and happy learning.
Hare
Yeah.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you.